Joe, please come back. Hopefully I won't break your speakers, because I think this
Hi everyone,
is
welcome back to another episode of Lemon Talk. Hi everyone, welcome back to Lemon Talk. Today is New Year's. It is officially 2021, and this is season 2, but we're still keeping episode 19. We're not starting again with episode 1 because that's just weird. So, still episode 19. Here we are. We're going to be talking about things we did on Christmas as well as plans for 2021. So, here we go.
And we're also gonna talk about our accomplishments on things that we accomplished in 2020 and things that we want to accomplish on 2021. To kind of close off that chapter in our life, we're gonna leave 2020 where it started and where it ended. This is our new year, new us kind of thing. Not really, but you know what? We're gonna go with that motto every single year. But yeah, Joe, do you want to go first?
Well, before officially going into the podcast, I just want to put on my outfit. I will be wearing these glasses for the entire podcast, as well as I would go ahead and show one Christmas gift that I got because, I need to adjust this angle here, so I need to show it already. Here it is. Da, 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 da. I got, you can't even see it really. This shirt that says Lemon Talk Podcast. I had to wear it today since this is like the first episode we're filming since Christmas. So I had to show this. And yeah.
As many of you guys are probably wondering right now, oh my god, Dulce, show us your Lemon Talk merch. Where is it? Well, guess what? I didn't get any. Sad tears. Joanna was flexing on me that day. She was like, guess what? And then she sent me a picture, and I was like, I'm really jealous right now, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to deal with it.
That's a lie. I'd never texted guess what. I just directly sent her a picture and said, look at what I got as soon as I opened it. So I never said guess what.
It's the same thing though.
No, I just said look at what I got. I didn't say guess what. All right.
Well, I didn't get Lemon Talk merch.
What's something that you got?
Okay, well, something that I got something better, but I won't show that because that's not the whole point of Lemon Talk. The whole point.
Okay, and look at what she's doing, guys. Look, she's like, "Oh, Joanna was trying to show off here." When she's here, like, "Oh, I got something better."
No,
like,
not better. No,
okay.
no, not better. No, I didn't say it's better than what you got. I said like better than what I'm about to show. But this is something that I feel like is more funny, so that's I'm gonna show it. But Santa, yes, Santa is real. Okay, Santa is real. Santa brought me a guitar. So I've been just, I don't even know how to play it, but here I am just strumming away.
Other items that I got, I'll just say them all right here right now. I got these earrings. I don't even know if you could see them, but I got these earrings. I got some clothes. I got 2 Amazon gift cards. And I got some money.
She's about to go off. She's about to go get more ring lights. She's like, one ain't enough.
No ring lights for me. Maybe a microphone.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you need one of those. Even I would, I'll give you money to go buy one. For me, I got probably the best gift ever, and I feel like I looked like an adult while doing it. I am an adult, but when I got this gift, I felt like an adult. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, this is literally what it feels to, like, be an adult. But I got a Keurig coffee machine, and I cried. Like, I legit cried. There's nothing in the world that could have made me even more happier than getting a coffee maker.
Congratulations, Dulce. You're officially old. You're so old that you get happy over a coffee maker.
I don't know if I ever told you, but I mean, it's true. We have, when winter started to come, like, we have heaters, and I have my own special, like, my own heater, and my parents have their own heater. And so when they came out of the garage from, being there like all summer, because, it was summer, it was super hot. When they came out, I literally hugged my heater and I was like, I love this. I was super happy to have my heater back. So I don't know. I've been really more into practical gifts lately. So yes, I'm an old grandma now. I like coffee makers and I like my heaters. Well, I actually got even more practical gifts, and I don't know. I just realized that this does make me sound like a grandma. I have them right here, so I'll show you right now. Give me a second, really. Totally not flexing that. So extra right there. No, just saying. I got my favorite type of lip balm. Oh my god, I'm so happy when I found this in my stocking. Am I not interesting? I feel like Joe's over here making fun of me. She got like money and gift cards. I literally got a lot of practical gifts. I got a bunch of scented hand creams, and I'm super excited to try them out. So here's a few. I mean, I'm trying to think. What else did I get? I mean, the biggest highlight that I can give is like legit. Here, I'll bring my box. The best gift of all was this. It was my baby. I loved it. I could cry again. So besides for me being a grandma, that's all I got, basically. Oh, here's my guitar, too. I forgot my guitar.
Okay, next order of business we must discuss. If you saw our Instagram, you will know. You will understand what we're talking about. If you didn't watch our Instagram, then Dulce will explain.
Okay. I don't even know where to even begin with this. The fact that this even happened is still like a shocker to me. I'm still like the next day I woke up like, is it true? And I went back on our Instagram just to make sure it wasn't like a dream. So basically, if you have not listened to last week's podcast, you should totally listen to it because I think it's Alisha Marie approved. And it's mostly because I was editing the podcast, last week's podcast. Go check it out, please. We really loved it. I had a lot of fun editing it, and I'm pretty sure we had a lot of fun making the video itself and just listening the audio and everything about it. And so basically, in my mind, I was like, well, maybe, what are the coincidences that, if I were to tag Alisha in this specific part where we talk about Vlogmas, that she'll probably like even see it. I can just imagine how many messages she gets a day. Like, I just didn't believe, for me, in my opinion, the odds were really like slim. I was like, I'm still going to do it. So I tagged Alisha. I tagged Pretty Basic with it, which is her podcast that she has with Remy, and I love it, and I listen to it all the time. And then I also tagged Shop Alisha Marie on Instagram. And
wait, you haven't even explained who Alisha is.
If you guys do not know who Alisha Marie is, Alisha is my queen. She is a YouTuber on YouTube, and she's been doing it for such a long time. And she does a lot of like lifestyle type of videos, and it's just, I really like them. I really enjoy watching them. I really love her content, all of that stuff. So if you guys want to check it out, if you guys are like, let me go check out a new YouTuber, go check Alisha out. But basically, I tagged her in that clip, in that very small clip. It was literally on my laptop. I just got my phone and I was like, here, I'm going to record this clip and tag all of that information, which was her podcast and her shop on Instagram. And then it was like quite a while that I posted that. Joanna didn't even, I didn't even tell Joanna a heads up or anything like that. I just did it. And basically I was on the phone with a friend and we were just talking. And then towards the end of the conversation, we were ending it, and then I hung up with her, and I was starting to edit the podcast again when I don't know what Joanna was doing, but she'll explain her side of the story right now. But I was editing the podcast at the time after calling my friend, and my phone goes like bling, and I'm just like, I look over, I see Alisha, and her username is just Alisha on Instagram, at Alisha, and a lot of the times, because like there's fan pages and stuff like that, a lot of people like put their name as Alisha, that it could come out as Alisha and it wouldn't be exactly the actual person. So I was really unsure, but I'm the type of person who would be like, oh my god, like it has to be her automatically, because I like to have myself out before like putting myself down. So I quickly opened it. It says mentioned / I think liked by Alisha too. I don't know if she liked it. Did she? No, she just mentioned, right? So she mentioned us. It said mentioned by Alisha, or like something like that along the lines of like basically Alisha mentioned us. And I was like, oh my god, I swiped, I like ran into it, I see it. I literally go back to my own account. I'm calling Joanna, and we both freak out at the same time. And I'm like, is this real? Is this real? And I'm like, there's no way this can be real, because I've been following Alisha for so long, to the fact that even having the slight possibility of her even seeing it was like, there's no way. There's just no way. And she did see it, and she reposted us. She reposted both videos that I posted on our Instagram. So if you haven't already, check at oh my god, since check at Alisha Marie. check us out on Instagram at Lemon Talk Podcast. And if you go to one of our highlights where it's I think it's the BTS, which is the behind the scenes of Lemon Talk and everything, all of that nice thing, all of that sweet stuff. That's where you'll be able to see, and I'll actually show you guys. See Alisha's beautiful. Watch is Alisha Marie. She's absolutely one of my all-time favorite YouTubers ever. I've watched her for like so long, and I just absolutely. So yeah, so if you want to see that, and you want to see all that other good content that we put out that Alisha kind of saw, you should totally check us out.
Yeah, so I got the notification. I had just put my phone down. I was playing on Snapchat. If you guys have Snapchat, go to a message with someone, and there's like a little rocket at the corner, in the right-hand corner, and there's a game called Color Galaxy. I suggest you play that game. It is amazing. That's the only game I play now. So I was playing that game, and then I think I lost or I won already. So yeah, Dulce is showing it right now. So I put it down. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I think I was going on my computer now. I put down my phone, I was going on my computer, and I got the notification, Alisha mentioned you. And then I quickly remembered, I was like, oh yeah, Dulce posted that little clip on Instagram. And then I clicked it to make sure, and I watched the story to make sure if it was actually her, because I was like, maybe it can be a fan page. And yeah, I thought it was real. And so I called Dulce, but she beat me to it, and she called me first. So yeah. And then Dulce, I forgot to explain. I'll let her explain right now. There was a message sent.
I mean, yeah, okay. So basically, she mentioned us, and we got really excited. And I'm pretty sure a video of that is going to come out really soon. So Jonah's working on something like that. Yeah, so we're working on a little reaction. There's not really much audio, just because during FaceTime it doesn't really catch your audio, but we're going to be kind of explaining the whole thing. But it's funny. Trust me, it's going to be worth it, because I cried. I even got in trouble for yelling a lot. So you can see in the video. It's going to be great. So keep your eyes checked out for that video, because it's going to be great and very funny. But basically, when we saw her mention, I freaked out, because I'm a big Alisha Marie fan. Look, I'm literally wearing her hoodie today, because I was like, in honor of Alisha Marie. I was like, you know what, why not? And it's also like funny, because it was like it was like legit like our last episode of the season. So it just felt really crazy that it ended off on a crazy note like that. So thank you, Alisha, if you're watching this, or if you're like listening to this. I might do the same thing. I'm just gonna be recording and I'm gonna post it again. But thank you for like that shout out, because it means a lot to us. Our I don't know, it meant a lot to me, because I really grew up watching her a little bit, and I I don't know. I even, for the fact that I even bought her merch, I only buy merch from 2 people. And I've only actually scratched that. I've only bought in 2 pieces of clothing or 2 merchandise type of thing from 2 people, and that's only Taylor Swift and Alisha Marie. So shop Alisha Marie if you haven't. I don't think she has anything right now, but like, still check her out. I'm not sure. Um, but basically, after that happened, I was FaceTiming Joanna, and I'm like, what do we do? Like, what are we gonna do? So um, I ended up sending her a message through the Lemon Talk account. Do I just expose ourselves here? Do I read it out? Yeah.
Yes.
It says, "Hi Alicia, thank you so much. I absolutely love you and your channel. I have been watching you for such a long time, and this means so much to me. I'm literally crying right now. Thank you. I forgot to say so, but I said thank you much for everything that you do and for always brightening up my day." And it's because, I don't know, I just feel like she's such like a relatable person to me, because she like, the fact that she can be really vulnerable in front of the camera is like, takes guts, because it's not easy to do. And for the fact that she's been doing this her whole life, like, she really understands a lot of the behind the scenes of everything when it comes to YouTube. And I'm pretty sure that she has struggled a lot herself. She's taking breaks. She's been through a lot of tough times. So the fact that she is still kind of keeping us strong with the YouTube thing, I'm really happy and I'm really glad. And yeah, I mean, I got really excited, but yeah, our reactions are gonna be going up soon. You can see it. I was freaking out. I don't know about Joanna. Joanna seemed really chill about it, but like, she was also kind of freaking out. But like, I literally got in trouble for yelling.
Well, I thought it was like really cool, but I would say I was more chill about it because I don't watch her as much as Dulce.
So sorry for the long explanation there, but yes, Alicia, I'm repping your merch because I bought it. But you know what would be really cool? If I were on your PR list.
Also, I look tired right now, and I am. I've been yawning this whole podcast, so I'm excusing myself right now. So excuse me for yawning.
I mean, yeah, it's been a long day for both of us, I can assume. So we're just hanging in there, but we love making we love doing this, and we're going to be here. So we're going to do it. But with that being said, Alicia, thank you so much. Thank you guys all for like last season. It means a lot to us having the love and support. And she's yawning right now, but it's cool. It's chill.
And with that, we kind of like just went everywhere, but we never explained what we really did on Christmas. So I'll go first. On Christmas, I woke up, I ate cereal, specifically Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles, but in chocolate. So I ate Cocoa Pebbles. I stood up, put the plate in the sink. I cleaned the house, so it was nice and clean. So we're gonna give you a step by step what happened during my Christmas day. Okay, but no, I after I cleaned the house, I just chilled. Watch shows, was watching Instagram, TikTok, yeah. And then at the end, I went to the store to go get tamales. And surprisingly, the line, when I got there, I did have to wait. There was like a long line, and the supermarket is like right here, right? And then next to the supermarket, there's like a dental office. I was like waiting right there by the dental office. So the line was pretty long. And then there were a bunch more people that came after me. But I went in really fast. Surprisingly, I thought there was going to be like a bunch of people like hoarding over the tamales. Surprisingly, there wasn't. I was like the only one there getting tamales. And then I went into the line, and then there was a really nice guy. Thank you, guy. Even I don't know if you're the guy was like 40,
Wait.
Dulce.
Oh, okay. I got excited there for a moment.
He let me cut. He let me cut the line because I was behind him, and he had like a huge cart of groceries, and he just saw that I was carrying some tamales, so he just let me go in front of him. So I got out faster than I thought I would. Yeah, and then my parents came home. We ate the tamales. We watched a movie. We talked, and we went to sleep. We went to sleep before midnight. We hardly. ever stay up until midnight. That's what I did.
For me, mine is really simple. I don't think I had an interesting Christmas at all. To be honest, I feel like it's a lot of people, but so I have to bring it back to Alisha, but it's because she tweeted this out. But it's like it didn't feel like Christmas. So it was kind of like sad because it just felt like any other day, which is fine because to be honest, I feel very fortunate to have even been here and been with my family in general because I know there's a lot of people right now who are struggling and who are alone on Christmas and are just not in the best position right now. So just, I just wanted to like give a little shout out to you guys and just know that hopefully everything is better for you guys in the future because and for me I feel like I'm just grateful that I even had the opportunity to be with my family but yeah I think what I did was the same thing kind of like with Joanna. We ate most of the time I was alone, but it was mostly because I had to do some editing and I had to do some a few more college things, but besides that, we ate together and we watched a movie together, and we were just together in general. But at the same time, we did not stay up late either. It was kind of like this weird feeling because it felt like any other day, but it also felt kind of meaningful because it's like Christmas. It's like we spend some time together, and just I'm grateful that I had that time together, especially since I'm like our future is ahead of us and I have no idea where I'm going to college next year, so I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be here next year for Christmas. So the fact that like I even was able to just spend time with them, I like that. So that was what I did. But yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful holidays. I hope you guys had a wonderful day in general.
Yeah, and when you said that, I just remembered we haven't even said Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy
Happy New Year.
2021.
I was trying to get a hat to wear for today, but I couldn't find one. And I've been quarantined since a very long time. Barely yesterday, we went out to Walmart because I got a Keurig. I was really excited for it, but guess what? They forgot to get me the coffee! So I couldn't do anything with it for like a couple of days. So yesterday we went out and we got some. But that was about it. I've been quarantined the whole entire time, which is please stay safe, wear a mask. I don't know. I kind of miss the outside world a little bit.
And I'm gonna get my sweater because it's starting to get
She's going to sleep. She's going to sleep. She's getting ready.
Cold in here, and the shirt is not cutting it. I need some warmth.
You know what I think, Joanna's wearing shaded glass, like shaded. Joanna's wearing black shaded glasses because we won't be able to notice if she's going to sleep. So in the middle of a conversation, she'll just be like staring up to space.
I mean, I wasn't, but I will now.
Oh, it's time. Okay, so to kind of continue this idea of still keeping it kind of in 2020, we wanted to do this thing where we Joanna's already really tired already. We wanted to do this thing where we kind of conclude 2020 by kind of saying some accomplishments that we did. Joanna, I guess I'll start first. I can see your eyes are open. So I'm going to start off with my grades because I feel like this year I did kind of like a better job at my grades. I got in the beginning of this year, we were in 11th grade, second semester, and I got all A's besides one B, which was AP Cal. But can you blame me? That class is hard.
Wait, what did you say? It was this year?
In the beginning of this year, which was 11th grade.
Okay.
I got all A's and one B. because AP Cal was just, oh my, I don't know how I made it this far with AP Cal, to be honest. Joe, how are you feeling with AP Cal right now? You're taking it currently.
I mean, it's hard, but I possibly only got a good grade because of all the extra credit she provides.
Hey, taking advantage, we love that. We love that. Okay. And then this year, or this last year, because it's already the new year, for first semester of our senior year, I got, is this okay to say? Like, I just realized, like, is this okay for me to, like, say my grades?
If you want.
I got all A's, and thank you. And it was a hard thing to do, to be honest. And like I mentioned last week's podcast, I had like a whole week of an emotional roller coaster ahead of me. Uh, but the good thing is that we did it. We came through with it, and I'm really proud of all the hard work that I've done so far for my grades, and I hope colleges see that. So colleges that I'm applying to.
She's gonna take this clip and post it on Instagram and tag every single college she applied to. It's gonna be so many colleges they're not gonna be able to fit on the screen.
Oh my god. Well, worst thing, we'll talk about this another time, but so yeah, so that's my first thing that I wanted to bring to light before we close off the chapter of 2020. We're going to be saying 5, but Joanna, your turn.
Okay, one thing that I have done that I know Dulce has on her list too because she told me yes. And it's starting the podcast. We started it according to Dulce May 25th. She knows the exact date.
I mean, that's when the first episode aired. I don't know, to be honest, when we started the idea of the podcast, but I'm pretty sure it was around that time because I don't know.
We started the podcast this year after having a FaceTime call and me just randomly saying, "Oh, I was looking into creating podcasts or something like that." Like I was looking into podcast videos, and then we just said like, "Oh, let's create a podcast," and now here we are.
I think it started because, well, now that you're talking about it, I might as well say it's mine too. It's my second one, on my list. Uh, it was kind of like a spontaneous thing because this was not planned, and I feel like if the whole situation with the world didn't happen, I don't think we would be here. Yeah, I think it's like we did have a FaceTime call, and what she said was true. But I think it all started with the idea that I think I wanted to do some sort of like series on live, remember?
Oh yeah, and then I think I mentioned that I was seeing podcasting.
Yeah, and then Jenna was like, well, maybe we should try something like that instead. And then it just became this thing, and then here we are now. A few months later, and honestly, it's been really fun. So yes, Lemon Talk is on my list too. Do you want to go again?
Okay, another thing I accomplished was that I posted a TikTok and Triller dance on TikTok and Triller. See, that was a big accomplishment. What the big accomplishment is that I started both platforms because I wanted to improve my dancing, I post more stuff on Triller, and if you go back to my original Triller videos, it's just like a point of view, like it's like the phone is way above me, so you're like seeing down on me, and I will kind of just be jumping around and like kind of swaying my hips very stiff like that, and then I would post that stuff, and now like slowly, it's been probably like 5 months since I've had Triller. And slowly I've gotten some moves, like the whoa, the dab, the renegade. You see, I've gotten moves, so I think I have improved. I still have a lot more progress to go do, but there has been a slight improvement.
Yes, Triller Queen. We stand Joanna, honestly. Something that I really admire from Joanna is the fact that she puts herself out there and she does things that she loves to do, which is really great, which you should totally do. Whoever is watching this or listening to this, do something that you want and be proud of it. This is not on my list, but I'm proud that I even posted a dance on TikTok. So follow us at TikTok at Lemon Talk Podcast.
And make sure you follow because we still need the dance that I gave Dulce maybe like 2 months ago. So
yes, that's gonna be coming up sooner than later, hopefully. For me, I put this because it was kind of like a hard moment for me. I think I mentioned this in a podcast previously. I'm losing weight. I don't know if people can tell. My parents and my family members can tell, and it's because I went through this whole process that I went to the hospital in the beginning of this year, not the beginning of this year. It was more like the beginning of my senior year, beginning of my senior year, because I it was like my eyesight was getting really bad, and then I started to see double. I'm not gonna get really into the details, but that's basically kind of like the whole idea. And so there's a lot of factors into it that played into it. It was like the stress and the pressure that I gave myself because of school and stuff like that. But at the same time, people, like the doctors, were unsure what was the actual cause of what happened to me. And they were like, maybe it could also be your weight. It could also be this. It could also be that. And for me, that was kind of like a wake-up call. Like, even if it wasn't my weight, or maybe if it wasn't, or if it was, I needed to do something about it. Whether it was my like changing my lifestyle, whether it was like not being too stressed about everything, and kind of like not eating as much, or like doing these little things. And so I started doing that, and I've if we're talking about number wise, I have lost weight. Do I want to be where I want to be? Not really. But it's all about progress, and I'm really proud of myself for even taking it, even going through with the idea, because I know every year for like the past 5 years I was like, I'm gonna do it, and you tell yourself that, but you don't really get far with it. And I'm really proud of myself for like continuing to do it. So that's my third one.
that's amazing. I did not know that about Dulce. You see, the more you go in the podcast, the more you learn. We're learning together. Okay, my third one. Are we on the third one? My third one is I started recording. So I kind of started a YouTube channel. I haven't posted in like a long time, but I originally started recording not really much for YouTube, like to be posting on YouTube, mainly because I just want to have those videos and look back on, like once I have my own children. Like one thing I wish my parents would have done is that they would have like recorded me when I was a baby and growing up, and I wish I could have seen that because obviously you don't remember yourself as a baby. So I wish I could have seen that. We have very few videos. So I wanted to do that now that I'm capable of doing it. You see, like I'm there recording, interviewing my parents, like, how was your day? How was this? And yeah, so I'm glad that I did that. I want to continue doing it. And I have like a lot of videos, but a lot of them I don't post on YouTube because my parents are like, no, I don't want to be on there. I don't want to be on YouTube. So then it would just be a 1-minute video of me, like, just like saying, Mom, you're just hearing me talk to my mom, but you can't see my mom. So yeah.
Well, I think that's really cool that you're taking that that next step and doing it yourself, because I think I mentioned this before, but I have a lot of home videos, and trust me, I do not want to see myself ever again. After I'm just kidding. I feel like I see myself too many times. I just want to shout out Isabel here really quick. She gave me a late birthday gift. I'm gonna go really quick on here. I don't want this to be out on the internet as much as possible because I don't like seeing myself. But she drew me basically, and that's all you get. And I really appreciate it. I think the sentimental idea was there, and I really appreciate that. But like I said, I don't really like watching myself, so I don't know how I'm gonna start a YouTube channel next year. But stay tuned for that. For me, my fourth one or fourth one, I already forgot. Okay, my fourth one was getting noticed by Alisha Marie, but we already talked about that, so I just wanted to put that out there.
Alicia, that was like her life goal there. Like, you did it.
I mean, look, I met the love of my life, Thomas Brodie Sangster. If you guys do not know who Thomas Brodie Sangster is, it's Newt from The Maze Runner. He's the actor. I loved Thomas. Thomas, I love you. I'm gonna tag you in this video. I already met him, and I already have a photo with him. I should have brought that out. I'll bring it in some other time. But yes, I have a picture with Thomas Brodie Sangster. I love him. I already met him. That was my number one goal. I got noticed by Alisha Marie. Taylor, all I'm saying is you're still on that bucket list. Make it happen, please. Collab.
Taylor, so tell Selena Gomez to contact me. My fourth one would be, let me think for a moment because I am coming up with these on the spot. My fourth one would be that okay. My fourth one would be that I lost the word. I completed my college applications, or basically that I applied to college. You know, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Thank you. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I thought it was way simpler. It was many essays, but you know, now we wait.
Thank you. My fifth one is making it out of 2020. Just like surviving 2020 was like, for me, my biggest accomplishment. I'm just like, I can't believe I think I went through a lot of changes in 2020, and maybe in season 2 of Lemon Talk I'll be able to open up a little bit more about that. But I went through a lot of like my mental health was just really affected in the beginning of quarantine, which kind of led to this podcast. So I'm really grateful because, you know, negative things come with positive things at the end too. 2020 took a lot of tolls on a lot of people, and it also took out, it really wasn't a year for a lot of people, and a lot of people struggled. And just the fact that I'm thankful that my family is okay and that I wasn't affected in that sense. But I really feel for the people who were affected in that sense, right? I think that even though everyone was affected in some shape, some form or shape, I think just the fact that you're here and the fact that we made it out of that year and the fact that so many negative things came to be, a lot of positive things came to be too. And we have to celebrate small accomplishments because every little thing counts. And I think that's what I really learned from 2020, just making it out of there. You know, because it's not even the year, you know, this pandemic is going to continue through 2021. But I think there were so many things that just made 2020 like kind of like not the greatest year that a lot of people are like blaming it on the year. But it's like, hopefully like we grow as human beings, and we grow from this experience in general. So I'm just glad that I made it out of 2020. I'm glad Joanna made it out of 2020. I'm glad my family, my friends, and y'all made it out of 2020. We got to celebrate those small accomplishments.
Yeah, I agree with everything Dulce said. This year was hard. Almost everyone. So it is a big accomplishment to everyone. It's kind of like I want to say congratulations. Okay.
You made it. Now we're gonna wrap up the episode by going into what we want to accomplish 2021. What is our big thing? What do we want to do? What do we want to change? Who do we want to be in a few, hopefully, weeks/months?
One thing that I really want to do this year, hopefully, I really want to start a clothing boutique. Like that has been my goal and dream for a long time. I would say over a year. And I don't know, I haven't started it because I was scared. And then also once I decided I want to start it, I found all the locations you would go and everything needed to start one. But with everything going on right now, a lot of it's not really secure because places are closing and then they're opening, they're closing and they're opening. And for me, just starting, I don't know what businesses are good, so I don't feel comfortable ordering stuff online because it could come out as a scam. I'd rather go see the stuff in person. So, but hopefully everything starts getting better and started in 2021.
Oh my God! Sorry, Alisha. I can't say Shop Alisha Marie anymore. I'm gonna be like Shop Joanna Ramos. But yeah, do you want to do your little Poshmark promotion?
Oh, I have a Poshmark. I did start that too this year. It's Joanna Bridget. It's not Bridget because it doesn't have a D. Okay, basically spell it Bridget but without the D, My parents, I don't know why they spelled it like that. But Joanna Bridget on Poshmark. And yeah, I have some clothing items. If you want to go check them out, I much appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a little promotion from coming that way. So for me, my goal for next year is to be on Alicia's PR list. I'm just kidding.
Dulce, just put the clip on there. Alicia, you need to see this video too, okay?
Please, Alicia. No, I'm just kidding. Being serious though. Alisha, though, if you're being serious, I'm being serious. But if you're not being serious, it's just a joke. I think for me, it's oh my God, there's so many things I want to do with Lemon Talk. There's so many exciting things I feel like coming this year. Just behind the scenes, we're talking about stuff, but hopefully we just do what we want and just create the things that we want to do with Lemon Talk, because at the end of the day, this is kind of like our baby. This is what we want to do, and this is what we want to put out in the world, and what we want to kind of represent us. I don't know. I really want to. There's so many things I want to do with Lemon Talk, so that's why it's very more generalized. Just in fact, I just want to do more with Lemon Talk, and we are coming out with a lot of things. Or not coming out with a lot of things, but a lot of content in general. We're coming out with a lot of content. That's why we're telling you guys to follow us at on Instagram at Lemon Talk Podcast, TikTok Triller at Lemon Talk Podcast, Twitter. Sorry, we have so many different platforms. Twitter at Lemon Talk Pod. That's Lemon Talk POD. Follow us on those because they're all original things.
YouTube.
And subscribe to YouTube, which is probably where you are right now if you're watching our video. But if you're not and you're listening to our audio, please, I think it's called favorite or follow us on the podcast platforms that you're actually listening to this audio on. But yeah, please, I don't know, we really appreciate all the love and support we get with this podcast. And I'm always really proud of just walking into a room and kind of be yeah, I have a podcast. I'm a cool kid, I think. I don't know. We put so much work into what we do, and I'm really, really excited. And yeah, just in general, that's what I want to do. Just work on Lemon Talk. That's my first thing.
For me, I want to have a superb college year. Obviously, I don't want to. Hopefully, college doesn't do this to me. Hopefully, it goes wee. So yeah, just really trying hard in college, and hopefully everything goes well. my goal, my ultimate goal for college is to finish in 3 years or less. So hopefully that can happen.
Wow, Joe, you can do anything, honestly. I feel like Joe can do anything. She puts her mind to it, she's like, get it done.
Thank you.
She's like, she's like 4 years? No, I don't think so. I think I could do it in 3 years. Well, the college one for me is also on my list. I also want to do good in college. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to finish in 3 years, but 4 years, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think it's just having a good college experience, and I think that's what I really want too. What's your next one?
Okay, my last one would be to just have a good year, be able to do some more recordings, be able to look back on them, just just having a good year, having fun, still like working hard but enjoying. Yeah.
Okay, for me it's gonna be a speed run because I actually have a lot in my list, but it's not a lot. For me it's getting some writing out there. I'm reinventing my blog. So if you want to follow me on Instagram or my blog, it's at Above Sky Thoughts. And getting just writing out there, to be honest, in general, I really want to put that out there. Music is a big thing I want to do this year. I feel like I've been kind of saying that a lot, so I will say that I wrote a whole song the other day in one night, and I couldn't believe that I wrote a whole song in one night, and I was just shocked. But who knows if it ever sees the daylight? But I'll tell you what song it is if it comes out. You'll be the first ones because y'all are the OGs. And it's also YouTube. I want to start YouTube, and I'm actually going to start YouTube. I'm just waiting for the college things to kind of go off because I am working on some essays, and it's kind of being a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. But after that, YouTube and Lemon Talk and my grades are going to be just the only things probably on my mind. So I'm really excited for that. Oh, and music and writing and everything else on this list, to be honest.
So basically, stay tuned when you'll be seeing YouTube videos in Dulce's mansion where she got the money from her books, her songs, and the content.
Oh my gosh. I'm up by Joanna's house too. So stay tuned for that video.
Totally. That's fine. I already know, okay? I want my house built from the ground. I have a whole Pinterest
From
board.
the ground?
Yeah.
You want me to dig a hole?
That's my ultimate life goal. I want my house built from the ground. So I have a whole Pinterest board saved already. Feel free to look in there, Dulce. I want a nice backyard that has a nice fire pit with some nice couches plus a little nice patio with a little swing thingy. I forgot what it's called, but
when did this turn into Joanna's dream home?
I've been planning it for years. I'm just I'm just telling you right now since you already offered to buy my house, so I'm just telling you right now.
I'm scared. And then the last thing on my list is traveling. Hopefully, depending on the whole situation of the world, for sure. If it's not okay, I'm not gonna travel. First of all, you shouldn't be doing that if the world is not okay. But depending on how the world is, and depending on the whole, what's it called, the whole vaccine thing, I would love to go to Paris this year. And I'm only saying that because I had the opportunity to do it this upcoming year for a school trip. So if we can go to Paris, that would be lit content for y'all if I have a YouTube channel. And if I don't, then y'all are gonna miss out. I'm just kidding. Paris has always been my dream. That's why I feel like I want to go, just to experience that. What?
Oh my God. When Dulce said that, she just unlocked the memory. Here we go.
Oh my God, no, I don't want more exposing Dulce segments in this podcast anymore. We're starting off a new year, Joe. Can we start off fresh?
No, please, this is such a good one. Okay, so this was in middle school. I don't remember why we started talking about this, but Dulce told me and one of our other friends, because, we were walking around the track. It was during PE, or I don't know when it was, but she told us her dream engagement. So her dream. This is the guy here, Dulce's future boyfriend or current boyfriend that she's hiding from us. Um, she listen up very closely because I remember this is from middle school. Okay, she wants you to take her on the Eiffel Tower and then propose right there. Okay, so start saving your money to go to Paris.
Let's call him. No, just
Here we go.
kidding.
Dulce just
No,
proved
just
that she
kidding.
has a boyfriend.
No, I don't.
Okay, but with that, we will wrap up this episode, our first episode of 2021 and of season 2. So thank you all for listening, and I hope your year goes great. I hope you have an amazing New Year's. Celebrate
Happy
safely.
New Year's.
Bye. Happy New Year's.